The Militant Worker, podcasting for the rank and file. Welcome back to The Militant Worker. This is Joseph Valentine. Today I'll be discussing Rory Gamble and his sweeping ethics reforms. So today the UAW released a statement from acting president Rory Gamble on how they're going to protect the UAW from corruption. This has got to be the most amazing thing to see. A group of leaders that don't believe in democracy that are going to reform themselves. Are you freaking kidding me? This is the same thing that's been going on. The leadership is accountable to no one but themselves. If you really care, go back to the drawing board because this doesn't pass the smell test. It stinks. It reeks. It's the same autocratic union that it's been. Nothing's changed. So why don't we take a look at some of these reforms? They're going to establish an ethics ombudsman who will review and respond to the ethics complaints. And then they're going to have a new position for an ethics officer who isn't employed by the international UAW. Now he's going to get the information from the ethics ombudsman or the IEB to investigate. Yeah, that sounds legit. Basically what they're telling you is we're going to create a couple positions and it's going to look like we have better control over the corruption. God forbid they give the membership the ability to vote these bums out. Oh, and this next one you're going to love. They're going to introduce a new policy that will enhance enforcement. Those are the key words. Enhance enforcement against those who have been found guilty of misusing funds. And they are going to commit to seeking recovery of all misused or misappropriated funds. Gee whiz, let's not go overboard on the common sense here. I mean, I thought it was a given that we'd go after the people that stole from us, but I guess we got to have it in writing to make it look legit. This next one is unbelievable. It says they're going to implement stringent monetary controls that increase oversight by the UAW accounting department. I'm wondering, who's doing the oversight? The guys that are stealing the money? And what are these stringent monetary controls? No more buying cigars? Come on. Next item, the joint funds. They're going to be banning the purchases of promotional items using joint funds, and also using an independent public accounting firm to audit and monitor the funds on a regular basis. So these auditors, who are going to get paid by the international UAW, you think they're going to ring the bell on them when they see something wrong? If they see a discrepancy in the receipts, what do you think's going to happen? Do you think they're going to give us a report? Do you think the international's going to say, hey, they caught us red-handed again? Next thing you know, the auditors will be getting kickbacks just to keep their mouths shut. Finally, the UAW is going to set up an ethics hotline to encourage people to call and report potential ethics violations. It's going to be anonymous, confidential. It's to keep things in-house. This is obviously a preventative measure to keep the feds from getting involved again. You know, because they started over here and look where we're at now. They just keep finding corruption upon corruption upon corruption. Got to put a stop to that. That's what the hotline's going to do? I don't think so. And last but not least, they must have threw us a bone on this one. Somebody must have had an epiphany. They're going to sell Dennis Williams' cabin. Unbelievable. The same people who voted to build this thing that decided to use non-union labor said, hey, we're going to sell it. Wow, they must have seen the light. I'm a believer now. This must be the path that's going to rebuild all that trust that's been broken. But wait, they're missing something. What about VCAP? Not a mention of VCAP. All that money that was stolen by Edward Sticky Fingers Robinson. And let's not forget about UAW official A, B, C, D, and E. Yeah, we can speculate that Gary Jones is A and Dennis Williams is B, but there hasn't been a mention of any reform throughout VCAP. So what does this all mean? It means that nothing has changed. The leaders are still handpicked, the nepotism continues, and the membership has no way to keep the leadership accountable. It's the same authoritarian union that it was before. This letter is nothing more than a bunch of decorations on a cake that tastes sour. If they were serious about earning the trust back from the membership, they would start making it a more democratic union. They would start putting the power back in the membership's hands. Thank you for listening. This is the Militant Worker signing off until next time.